right, so to make this wonderful piece, you have to start with your chain. So with your chain, you have to measure your bust, divide by 2, since it's a 2-piece that we have to do to add together. So let's start with the front piece. It's going to be the same pattern throughout. So you just need your chain. The chain should be 6 times 6 times 6. So you have to be 6 in pieces, every 6. So until you get to your bust. If your bust is, example, I'm using a size 40 bust. So divided by 2, which should be 20. So I'm going to make 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 till I get to the 20. So when you get to the 20, you chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You chain 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over and count your 5. So we are going to start the work starting from the 6th chain. You go into the 6th chain and do your first double crochet, chain 3, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6th chain, you go in and make your double crochet, chain 3, yarn over and come back to the same chain, put it in and do your double crochet, which should give you more like a V. Alright, now chain 3, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6th chain, chain 3, back to the same chain and do your double crochet. So that's how you're going to do it till you get to the end. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3. Back to the same chain. One, 2, 3. So there should be, if this should be your last 6, you go to the last chain. But my last chain is a little bit tight. We're still gonna go push it through. Okay. Double crochet and chain 1. The last chain you always have to chain just 1. Come back in and do your double crochet. Okay. So that's what you'll get. Alright, so this is what I did good. Now you have to chain 3. Chain 3. Turn your work. Yarn over and come into the V. This should be the V. And 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet. That should give you a 4. So this was the first chain you did. You did 3 more to give you 4. Then yarn over. You go straight to the next V. We are going to chain. We are going to make 3 double crochet. That's 3. Chain 3. Back to the same space and do a 3. 3 double crochet.
Go to outside. Go to outside.
So that's what you'll be getting. So see, I'm using a size 5 yarn, so my yarn is big, is bulky. If you are using a small, a size 4 or 3 yarn, you have to start with a small. You have to keep changing your pin, your crochet needle. So I'm using, since my my yarn is 5, I will start with a 3. I just want to start with a 3, but you using a small yarn, you can you just have to start with a 4. Then when after you make 9 of this, so this is 1. When you keep doing 9 rows, then you change your pin to a 6 pin. So since my for me, I do have a size 5 yarn, so I just decided to use a small pin. But if your yarn is small, just go according to the right pin, which should be, you do you start with a 4, do 9 rows, and start and turn your pin to a 6. Alright, so when you get to the end, you have to do 4 double crocheting, three, you have 3 and 4. So that's how your pattern will be. So now that we're done with this pattern, we're going to make this one. As I said, I'm just using this pin. So you just have to chain 4. So when you're making this pattern, you chain, when you get to the end, you start with a 4. But when you're done with when you're doing this pattern, that's when you do your. So let me do the last one. You chain 3. No, we have to chain 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn over. Go to the first double crochet. The first double crochet. And make your double crochet. So that's how you get. Now you have to chain 3, get to this space, chain 3, back to the same space, okay, chain 3, get in here, chain 3, and back to the same space. So that's how you keep doing in all these spaces here. It's the same thing. That's how we started. We started with the V. We did all the V's before we came into the V to do the 3, chain 3 and another 3 double crochet to give us this pattern. So it's going to be a continue of the same thing. You first do your V, come back to the next row, then you go into the V's to do a 3 double crochets, chain 3, back to the same space to do your 3 double crochet to give you this nice pattern here. So this is what we are going to do. We're going to keep repeating it for 9 of it. After the 9, you do an increase to give the downside the flare. Since we need the back side always have to have a big flare at the down side. So to make sure your top side doesn't be too tight on you. If you're using a cotton yarn, you need to do a little increase, about 2 increases. But if you're using acrylic is always stretched, so you don't need much increase. So after the 9, I'm going to do an increase and also chain the pin to get it more open, more large. All right, so do 9 and I'll catch up with you. All right, so this is the front. I did an increase after the 9. I did change the needle, the pin, the hook. I did change the hook to size 5. So this how you get it out, and made a 1 increase. So if you look at the side, there's an increase here. So when you're done with both, so where your increase start, that's when you come to the back side, the increase too have to start at the same lane, at the same side. So when you're done, you just have to add everything up. Okay, so I'm going to use a measurement. I'm going to go in, that's the shoulder side, I'm going to go in 5 on both ends. 5. Then with my armpit, that's the armhole, I'm going to go in with a 9. I'm going to go in with a 9 since the bust is 40. I'm going to go in with a 9. If your bust is smaller, you can just go in with a 7. So that would be a 9. So the 9 is going to end here. So that's where my 9 will end at. Okay, so that's for both sides. And with a 5, it just end here. Alright, so to close the seams, so this is the shoulder. I'm going to do a single crochet to close the shoulder and also to close the side. So this will be the armholes. I'm going to close from the side. Okay. So it just all you need is just a single crochet. So since the spaces are big, you just need 2 single crochet in each space. And when you reach here, since there's another space here, you're just going to go in this way to make a single crochet. It shouldn't be much. You don't need to do much single crochet. So just 2 in each open space, or you can even do 3 if the open space look too open. You just put in 3 single crochet. So close with a single crochet, and I would meet you after I'm close with the side for you to see how I would add the length of the arm. Alright, so this is how our sleeve is going to be. To start with your sleeve, you have to know the length of your sleeve, how long you want it to be. Mine is going to be a long sleeve. It always should be a long sleeve that look nice. So you start with this, the armhole. Okay, so we have our chain. That will be single crocheting throughout. So if you look at this side, so what I did is since it's going to be 6 times, when we're doing the same design. So what I would do is to put 2 single crochet in each space since the space is big. If you want your sleeve to be very open and big, you can put more stitches in, but I'm just putting in 2, which is enough. So 2 single crochet in each space. Okay, so since I see, okay, 1, 2, mostly when we get to so this is going to be 2 in each space. When I get here, I always want to put in, that's where it's okay. I'm trying to create a space here. Okay. So that's what you have to do till you get to the end to slip stitch. So get to the end, slip stitch, and I would catch up with you to do the sleeve. Alright, so when you get to the end with your single crochet all around the armhole, it's going to look neat. Everything is just covered up. So you slip stitch, chain 4, get back here. So this will be our first double crochet, chain 3. Now you have to count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be the same pattern from the beginning, the same thing. That's what we still. Oh, so that's a double crochet that we're doing. Okay, chain 3. Get back in. So we are going to repeat. That's the first pattern. When you get to the last 6, you make your 2 double crochet as this, chain 3, and slip stitch here. Just slip stitch at the end here. So that should be your last. When you get to your last 6, you put into your last 6. Your last 6 should be at least this side to believe so that there will be a space here before you chain your 3 and slip stitch. Alright, so it's just going to be the same repetition of what we did with the whole pattern. Then you come back, do the same thing. Everything's going to be the same thing. Alright, so finish with your sleeve, and I would I would catch up with you to attach this to the sleeve. I would just come over, do for us to do the same thing that I did. This is just a single crochet, so we just have to do the single crochet and add it to it. I'll catch up with you. Alright, so this look a little bit short. You can make it long if you want. My yarn got finished, but you can make it very long, which will look very nice. You can also use a skirt to put it on. I'm just using a short. You can also use a long pant. So, and it's so easy to do it. Bye.